Well, on my part, two quick comments. One is on Eastern DRC. I'll first of all confirm what the President has just said, that I think in the last few weeks we see some progress, much as there are still other issues to resolve, but progress is nonetheless there. We just need to do more and register more progress toward a solution. But the history of Western DRC is something we can't go into, or problems here sufficiently. It will take a long time, but problems have been there back and forth, and something related to what the President said also is, maybe for many years people have concentrated on trying to apportion blame to all parties and who is right, who is wrong, and it has gone on forever. So that means there's something wrong with that approach to dealing with the issues. I think the best way to deal with such issues is study, understand, and deal with the root causes of that problem or any other problem anywhere. If you don't look at the root causes, then you tend to give a partial solution, and then problems come back every other time. So, and this is linked to what you also mentioned, referring to the international community and what they do, whether there are any lessons learned. I want to, first of all, assure you there is very little learning in our world, in the world we live in. And that's why you find crises happening everywhere after crisis. If we learned lessons and applied the lessons, I think we would have less problems. Like in our case, the Eastern Congo problem has been there, has been related to problems we had here in Rwanda in some way. Then other things are specific to Congo. So then there is a mixture of Rwandan problems, Congolese problems, and when they mix up and you don't approach it correctly, you tend to have a permanent situation like this. So, but with the involvement of the East African community, the countries so far involved, I think putting heads together, the leaders of the East African community, and by the way, also because these are people near to the problem or linked to the problem one or the other. It goes into what is so often talked about, African solutions. I think well applied, truly these would provide solutions, because there is a direct stake into that, and people are close to the causes or to the problem itself. So I have hope that we can find a solution, and maybe the outside world, all we need to ask is to support what the African leaders are doing and countries are contributing to, instead of getting into the mix themselves with what they think should be the solutions. it's better to support the solutions or the proposed solutions by African leaders. So I think we have that problem is there. The processes are on to deal with the problem, but I think we give it time. The sooner we can really do things that we have to do, then we would have would find solutions also that people are waiting for. So it is here in Eastern Congo, that is, and then the global community that, given the whole world, as you said, maybe those who I'm talking about who try to help here tend to divert their attention to other parts of the world. Maybe the problems in Eastern Congo or around the region, the Great Lakes region, will take, we end up being secondary in a sense. The primary becomes the other one. But we have to be aware of that. We shouldn't be disheartened by that. We understand how the world works, so we've got to bear that in mind and do what we can do. So I think that's what the understanding is in the whole region.
Thank you, Your Excellencies. We will now take the last two questions. Sam and then Anangwe.
Who is Sam?
Why don't both of you go and that one, so that you said you had said two people.
Yes, Sam and Anangwe.
Maybe an additional one person. I can see they are struggling for the microphone.
Good evening.
If we do that,
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Jamal Hashim from Azam TV, Tanzania. I would like to speak in Kiswahili language.